Hello and welcome. My name is Stuart Alexander. Today we'll be doing some yoga postures for runners. Let's begin. Coming to a standing position, feet are hip width apart, nice straight back, arms by the side. From here we'll inhale the arms smoothly up, pushing through the heels, lengthening through the fingertips. Slight lean back, feeling a good stretch. 2. Good. From here, bring the left arm down, leaning over to the left side. Nice stretch all the way down the right hand side of the body. And we'll wheel the arms up, over to the other side, lengthen, and then coming over, really a nice stretch down the left hand side of the body. Coming up, we'll bring the hands onto the hips or the lower back, nice straight back, and then leaning back, pushing the hips forward, thighs rolling forward, and if comfortable, dropping the head back. Nice deep breathing through the nose. From here we're coming up, bending the knees, hands to the hips, and then pivoting forward from the hips. And we can bring the hands onto the shins, keeping the back nice and straight. Looking slightly forward, feeling the stretch down the back of the legs, the hamstrings. And from here coming up, we're going to bend the knees like we're sitting on an imaginary chair. Thighs parallel to the floor if we can, toes forward. Arms up, shoulder height. It's a nice stretch for the quads here. Good. And from here, bring the hands onto the shins. Let's do one more forward bend. Knees are nicely bent. And from here, bending the knees, we're going to bring the right leg back, going to come into a low lunge here. If you need to, you can drop the back leg onto the floor. So nice stretch through the hip flexors, the thighs and the calves. Pushing through the back heel. We're going to drop the right hand to the floor, left hand to the left knee, gazing over the left shoulder, slightly deeper into that right hip as it drops towards the floor. Gazing over, nice twist through the spine, back is straight. Great. And drop the hand to the floor. We're going to step the right leg up, and let's change, bring the left leg back this time. Good. Nice deep breathing. Going a little deeper. Dropping left hand to the floor. Drop the knee if you wish. Right hand to right knee, and let's gaze over the right shoulder this time. Great. From here, let's bring the hand to the floor. We're going to step the right leg back into plank or press up position. Pushing through the palms, draw the tummy in, and hold here. Push through the heels. Great for improving core strength. Going to drop the knees, hips back onto the heels, toes tuck under, and lifting the hips high and back. See there in the mirror, you can see the back is nice and straight and the knees are bent. Pushing through the palms, working towards straightening the arms, and nice deep breathing through the nose. Great. From here we're going to step the feet forward, one more little forward bend, and then slowly coming up. Okay, a little more for the hamstrings next. We're going to step the right leg back, so a little more than hip width distance back, toes pointing forward, shoulders roll back, hands on the hips. Pivoting from the hips as we come forward, you can see in the mirror the back is nice and straight, hands either on thigh or onto the shins. So that front knee can be a little bit bent. Nice stretch down the back of the hamstrings and slowly coming up, stepping up. Left leg steps back this time. Hands on the hips, nice straight back, and then a forward bend. Either hands on the thigh or onto the shins. Good, nice deep breathing. Going a little deeper. And from here, coming up, hands to the hips, stepping up. Great. Right leg steps back this time. So quite far back. Turning the right toes out. Rotating, so right hip back, left leg straight. Just rolling over that left leg. Left hand to left shin. Right arm comes up into the air. Triangle posture. Really lengthening through both fingertips to open the chest. Really good here for the hips and the groin. Let's come back up. Stepping up. Left leg steps back this time. Turning the left toes out. Rotating the body. Hands on the hips. And then just rolling over right leg. Right hand to right shin. Left arm comes up towards ceiling. Good. Big stretch through the fingertips. Can feel that opening up the groin and the hips. And hands back to the hips. Up we come. And then stepping forward. So a longer step back this time. Bending the left knee over the heel. Squaring up the hips and the shoulders will bring the arms up. So you don't have to bring the fingertips together, you can bring the hands as wide apart as you need to. Lengthening up, pushing through that back heel. From here, opening the body, and then bringing the arms down for Warrior Two posture. Nicely opening up the chest, shoulders, and the hips. Hands to the hips, we'll step up. Let's do the other side. Left leg steps back this time. Rotating the hips so they're square with the front, and bringing the arms up. Big stretch up through the fingertips. Push through that left heel. Bend that right knee maybe a little more, go deeper. Open out the chest. Arms coming down, shoulder height for Warrior Two. Nice deep breathing. Step up. So I'm going to bring the legs nice and wide apart here. Hands on the hips. We can bend the knee slightly here. We want to pivot from the hips, keeping the back straight. Bring the fingertips onto the floor. And then just allow the head to relax down. Gradually going deeper. Hands to the hips, up we come. And then stepping up. Let's do some balancing postures next. Right leg first, bringing the right leg up. Either here, or you can bring the right hand underneath the right knee for a little support. Good. Keep that left leg straight. Focus on the supporting foot. Ready? We'll bring the knee out to the side. That's going to open up our hips. Bring the knee back into the center. Straightening that right leg. Hands on the hips. Point the toe. Bring the foot up. Leg up for 1. Feel the hip flexors. 2 and 3. And relax down. Bending left knee this time. Up it comes. Left hand can come underneath. Left knee to lift. the knee out to the side. Hold. Bring the knee back into the center. Hands to the hips. Let's straighten that left leg. Bring the leg higher for 1. Feel that in the hip flexors. Good. A little higher 2. And 3. And relaxing down. I'm going to turn to the side to show you this one. I'm going to straighten the right leg behind. This is called balancing stick. We'll bring the arms up. We can interlock the fingers into a pistol grip. Bring the right leg up. Staying here, perfect. Those going deeper. Bring that right leg up. Keep the biceps by the ears and really lengthen through the fingertips. And then coming up. Let's do the other side. Left leg comes back. So keep lengthening through the toe, through the fingertips. Excellent, and coming up. Great, let's come back to the front. Focus on the hips a little here. We're going to come into a squat, bring the feet wide, toes out, bending the knees, hands to the floor. So you might feel you need to bring the feet wider apart to drop the heels, turn the toes out. Either here or, if comfortable, palms together. So important to open up the hips. Okay, well, let's drop the left hand to the floor, right hand to right knee. Let's just rotate, bring right shoulder back. Right arm can come up if you wish. Really lengthening through that fingertip. And let's drop the right hand to the floor, left hand to the knee, or left arm can come up. And coming down. Okay, we're going to come to lie on our back. I'll show you this one from the side. So, rolling onto our backs for bridge posture. So we want the knee over the heel, feet hip width apart, lifting the hips, the back off the floor, pushing through the feet. And then relaxing down. Let's come back to the front so I can show you final posture, arms out to the side, just dropping the knees to the right side, just relaxing, shoulders if we can remain on the floor, and then coming up and over. And then from there coming up. Thank you very much everyone. Happy running. Namaste.